Hello again, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of Focus Vandalia. My name is Rich Hopkins. I'm the communications manager for the city. And today we are coming to you from National Road, a very busy stretch of US Route 40. And as we're about to find out, this is a stretch of roadway that's in the works for a brand new surface of asphalt that could be coming as early as later this year. Summertime is the right time for companies that are involved in street paving projects. In fact, there are two fairly large projects out for bid right now.
One of the projects is we're doing ourselves here is Northwoods Boulevard, the reconstruction of Northwoods Boulevard. It would be from I-75 to the west property line of the Flying J facility, where the road has given us some problems over the last couple of years. So we're going to rebuild that section completely. One nice thing about that, we received some outside funding through the Ohio Public Works Commission. We've received a grant in the amount of $250,000, and we're also receiving a 0% loan from the Ohio Public Works Commission as well for another $250,000. So we're getting $500,000 in outside sources on what we expect to be somewhere around $1 million project.
And while we have a good idea as to when the Northwoods project contracts might be awarded, we're still a long way off from having that project completed.
The completion date for the project that we have in the contract will be next June, but when the work takes place will be the availability of the contractor who's awarded the contract in their schedule.
One thing about the Northwoods Boulevard rebuild is that the end result is a roadway better suited for big truck traffic.
Northwoods sees a lot of heavy truck traffic especially, and so what we're doing, we've had our consultant design the project and the section of the pavement that we think will withstand that kind of traffic for years to come.
Another major project out to bid will see all of National Road, from Airport Access Road all the way to the dam, resurfaced.
They will be just doing a mill of the surface off the top layer of asphalt and then replacing that with like 1 3/4 inches of new asphalt on top, and then all the new pavement markings and everything that goes with that. But that project limits, they begin at the Airport Access Road bridge. It's on the west edge of the city. It will come all the way through town and down Brown School Road, which is US 40, and then it will turn and go across the dam to the corporation line.
While Vandalia will have a large stake in taking care of the cost for this project, the city will not be footing the bill all alone.
We're partnering with ODOT on that project. It's going to be an ODOT project. When I say partnering, that means sharing in the cost of it, which is a pretty good deal for us. ODOT pays for 80% of the project, where we're responsible for 20%. That project will also have a contract awarded sometime in the month of July is what we're anticipating. And depending on the schedules of who gets that project, they will have an interim completion date on that. So a portion of that project will be done this year for sure. We're not 100% sure on the entire project though.
One other note on summertime road projects, this year contractors made short work of the annual Safe and Stable resurfacing project, getting the whole thing done well before the end of June.
It was a little bit smaller than typical because we have some money tied up in some of these other projects, but we still wanted to hit some of our own local streaks with our Safe and Stable dollars that we do every year. So we did 5 or 6 sections of roadways, some pretty big streets. We did up in the Northwoods Business Park. We did a couple up there. We did some work out on National Road farther west than the access road and Peters Pike. So we did some of our larger streets in town, and being smaller, the contract was awarded and the contractor was ready to go on that one, and they came in and knocked that out pretty quick.
Now, the important thing to remember is that even though this project is moving towards completion, we're not exactly sure when contractors will be able to get this work done. It could happen late this year. It may not happen until sometime in early 2020. That's going to do it for this edition of Focus Vandalia. I'm Rich Hopkins. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.